Hi, my name is Rajine Williams of Rajine the Queen Artistry, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a words collage or vision board. So, word collage or vision boards are really therapeutic activities, especially during the pandemic, is when I made a lot of them. So, this can mean cutting out or writing words on a piece of paper, a canvas, or a recycled piece of material that you have around your house. So, with an example that I'll show you, I made one out of cardboard that I had around my house during the holidays. So, what I mean by therapeutic is it really helps you envision, manifest, or just cast into existence, so to speak. So, especially during the last year that we had, people might have been feeling really negative thoughts, just really feeling down in the dumps. It was a really big change and whirlwind for a lot of us and just living our day to day lives. So, thinking negative thoughts or just doing a negative action can really manifest in negative ways. So I really think that vision boarding or just creating positive outlets really help you get through tough times and really have you imagine and see what can become and happen. This is an example of a vision board that I did last year. So I always like to do a vision board every new year. So with this, I just chose sayings, phrases that resonated with me at the time. So you can see that I have finding success on our own terms, here to slay, playful, culture, things that really resonated with me. And so I just find that this exercise is very important and it helps you manifest things and just really be able to visualize what you want to get out of the week, the year, the month, or the day. It's a very therapeutic exercise. It's fun to do. So I actually made this vision board with recycled cardboard because I actually didn't have any canvases or any large paper that you would normally do this on available to me. So I just chose recycled cardboard that I had around the house. It was around Christmas time, so we had all these boxes, and I said, why not? So this is a really cool, fun project. You can do this with anything around your house. So all the materials that I have for you guys today are things I already had readily available. So let's get started. So here are the list of materials that you will need to make your very own vision board. So I took the liberty of already cutting out magazine clippings so you don't have to see me on camera cutting out all of these magazine clippings that really resonated with me. So I really love cutting out vision boards and using my magazine. So these are the scraps that I had left over from another project that I really like. So I'm about to use these for my new vision board. Here is a canvas that I already have pre-made. I worked on this canvas a while ago, so why not repurpose it for this project that I'm doing today? And if you don't have a canvas or large paper, you could do what I already did with the other example and just use cardboard. I'm pretty sure everyone has cardboard lying around their house that you can recycle and reuse. And here are some magazines that I already cut out. Like, this is where I got my magazine clippings from right here. I'm using Elmer's glue for this project to be able to glue my things down. I have pens, pencils, scissors. I have markers just in case I want to write anything. You can use whatever you want to use to write your own sayings. You can write your own sayings on a canvas, so it doesn't have to be magazine clippings. So it's really up to you. And I have glitter to add some extra flair, and I have Mod Podge because I'll show you guys what I'm doing with that later. And then I have gems. So like with my other vision board, I really like to add texture to my board. So I have these leftover gems I want to use. So I'm actually using a hot glue to be able to glue those on. So let's get started. So what I have now is I cut out all the rest of my magazine clippings in the shape and the size that I want them. Now what I'm going to do is arrange them on my canvas, or in your case it might be a piece of paper or cardboard or any type of material that we like your vision board on to be placed. So I'm going to go over, as I'm placing my things on the board, I want to go over the things that I chose for it. So I'm just sparsing things out, figuring out what I have. So here are the few of the things that I chose. So the first image I chose is Nicki Minaj. I'm a fan of hers. I really like a lot of her music. I like that she stands for female empowerment. you know? So that's why I chose her. I think this image also is very beautiful of her. So, and a lot of the images that I do have of these beautiful black women are out of black magazines, because it's really hard finding black models or just models of color in general in the mainstream magazines. So the ones I do have are far and few in between. So, and then another one I chose is Lupita Nyong'o. I absolutely love this image. I actually cut it out to make it seem like she's like just her own thing and not the background. I really like doing things like that. I also chose another image of a beautiful black woman named Lala Anthony. She's Afro-Latina, so she has African roots and as well as Latin roots. She's an entrepreneur. Absolutely love the way this dress looks in her and the color. I chose an image of Beyonce. And then I also chose clothing items. So I chose a coat with a print because I love prints. It's a really big trend right now. I absolutely love it. I feel like it's a simple piece that you're wearing can really just be amplified and just look really fashionable, really cute, very fun by just having a simple cheetah print on, a leopard print, a cow print, as you may, because I love wearing cow print. So I just feel like that really hones to my style. I also have sayings. So I have a saying called leading the way forward. I think that really fits with my life right now and things I want to do. So I really feel like the saying really worked for me. I also have a saying called I am what I make up. It's actually a makeup slogan from a makeup brand, but I really thought this is like super telling and true with anything you do in your life. So if you go into something negative, it's going to turn out negative. So you really are what you get out of life, basically. So sometimes life gives you curveballs, it sends you for a loop, but you really are what you make of it. And so I have another saying called born to outperform. I really like that. It's like, oh, it's kind of rhymey. I really like the way that sounds. I really like the way it looks. And I really think it holds true to who I am as a person. I feel like everyone, not just me, wants to really excel in life and just outperform and just be great and do better all the time. So I feel like this one is like really inspirational. It gets you going. So that's why I chose it. Another one I have is called Evolution is Revolution. I really like that as well because as humans, we always evolve. And especially as myself, I evolve every single year. So this time last year was a great time for me, even though it was during a pandemic. It was just seeing our lives in a whole new different way. You know, from that, I have evolved even further. So a lot of things happened during the year of 2020. I graduated college. I started my new job. I was working, being in the career field for the first time, having my first full-time job. So a lot of great things happened to me during that year, even though it was a big shift and a decline for the whole entire world. So I really love this saying because evolution is revolution. So we always have to evolve and create and do more new things. And so another saying that I like is actually a quote. So I pulled this out of a magazine. So a lot of these quotes can really fit with whatever you're trying to do. And hopefully this will focus. Let me see if I can get it to focus. Okay. So it says, as we go through life, we find ourselves on certain paths that just kind of happen organically. So for me, like I'm a type A type of person. I like things to be structured and controlled, but sometimes things just happen just naturally, organically. So a lot of things can just fall into place just out of nowhere. So I really like that saying because sometimes it just lets you know to like, take a chill pill. Everything doesn't have to go exactly how you want it to go. You might get there, but it not be the path that you want to get there on. So you like it was like success is not in a straight line, basically. So these are just a few of the images and things that I chose. The last one that I will tell you guys before I start placing everything on the board is how she got her dream job. So my dream job or dream career is doing what I'm doing now. Teaching art, teaching others my art practice, giving people tips and tricks, and just really connecting with people in the art community and and people who love art. So this is something that I really enjoy doing. I'm happy that I'm doing it. I'm glad I have the opportunity. So I'm putting this on my board because for 2 years in 2019 and 2020, this was something that I kept on putting on my vision board that I wanted to happen. And so now in the year of 2021, I finally have that option to be able to do this. So now I'm putting this on my board to manifest even more opportunities from that. So I'm going to take a break and place everything on my board. So when I come back, you'll see everything laid out. So now I have everything placed and laid out on my board. So now I'll start gluing it. And you might come into the issue where you have a few extras left over. So I just put those to the side because I did have a few extras. I cut out a few more things that was too big, too small, too big for my board. So I put it to the side because I might use it for another project. But now I'm going to glue everything down. Okay, so I placed everything on my board. Here's what it looks like. So now, if you are ending your vision board at this part, you are now completely done with your board. But I feel like the funnest part about doing a vision board is like adding your own flair to it. So what I showed you guys earlier was these gemstones. Now I'm about to add these gemstones to my board in spots where there's nothing there, just to add a little bit more interest and a little bit more fun. And then after that, I'm going to put my Mod Podge on. So stay tuned. Okay, now I just finished gluing all of my pieces to my canvas. As you can see, the glue is seeping through some of them, and that's totally okay and that's totally fine. It's gonna dry clear anyway. So I added the gems as well. Just add like a little texture, a little interest. So I didn't want to do it in like super organized fashion. So I just did dollops of gems where I saw fit. So I just put some right here. So now I'm going to let this dry completely. And then I'm going to go in with my Mod Podge. So I'm probably going to let this sit overnight so the glue won't smear when I'm pouring the Mod Podge on. So stay tuned. Okay, so now we're on day 2. I let everything dry overnight. So like I said, the glue did dry clear. So I really like the way it looks. So now I'm going to go in with my Mod Podge and cover it up and seal it so it creates like a nice shiny finish. And then I'm going to also layer glitter on it. So I just chose 3 different kinds of glitter that I already had lying around the house. So I just want to add like a little bit more flair. So you can totally skip this step if you don't want to do it because the vision board's already done. It's already complete. But I always like to add like a little bit more stuff to it so it's really pretty. It's really nice. So you can add whatever other embellishments that you want to add. You can add, you know, buttons, glitter, jewelry, just anything. Okay, so this is the final product after it's been a couple of days drying, just to make sure all the glue is dry and all the Mod Podge dried. So now it's completely clear. I really like the effect that it makes with the Mod Podge and the glitter. So now this will be holding tight and true for a very long time. So the finish, it's very hard. So none of this stuff will be going anywhere. So as you finish your vision boards, if you're doing it by yourself or you're doing it with other people, this is a fun activity to like really talk and connect and just talk about why you chose what you chose for your board, to get dialogued, to get more insight and in depth about the people that you know or who you're with doing this. So it's a really fun activity.